Hello and welcome back to Caleb's Chill Gaming. Today we're going to look at if we can make karmas by buying items off the equipment marketplace and selling them, crushing them and selling them at a profit. So what we're looking for are items that have particular stats that we can crush and then turn them into runes. So there's some things that will be worth more than others. So Lock and Dodge are a good example. They're both pretty decent money makers, whereas something like Initiative or Prospecting and Pods usually don't fetch too much money. So we're just going to go through and buy some low level items that we can crush and hopefully get some runes back and make a profit on them. So not all of them will crush because, they will crush, but they won't have a great crush multiplier, which means that we might spend, say, like this, 2,400 karmas on an item, but the amount that we get back in runes might be less, it might be more. And once we've got everything, we're going to go to the Smith Magi Workshop, going to go to the Crusher, and once we have everything there, I just checked before I got rid of all the items that I actually want to keep. I'll put them on my mount. So we can go through and we can go transfer all visible items. So it will only crush the items that we want them to crush. And I'm just going to go through and crush them. And you'll see that the multiplier changes depending on what the item is. Some of them are pretty high multiplier, some are quite low. So the first crush was not fantastic. The second crush is definitely a lot better. And we crush the third lot, which is to finish off all the items we bought. And I'll run through the math and see where we are. So you can see some multipliers are pretty high, like the Gobcool headgear. That's pretty high compared to the rest. But the value of those items still isn't very high. So even though the multiplier is quite high, the value of the items are not always great. So I've crushed all the items. So now what we'll do is we've got, we can scroll down and have a look at all the runes that we collected from crushing those items. And we'll go through and have a look at the maths. So we started with 20 million karmas. We finished with 19 for a total cost of 1,392 karmas. The crush value that we got back was 1.14 million karmas. And so we gained about 140,000 karmas, which is about a 14% return, which isn't too bad at all. So we'll go on to the next one. So the second one that we looked at was to make an item in the jeweler, and because that is my highest level profession, and see if we can make money just from purely buying the resources and making the item and then reselling it. So we can, once we've shared the recipe, I'll just share them in the guild because I'm in the guild by myself. And what we can do is we can actually just click on the item there in the recipe and it'll pop up, and then we can buy what we want. So technically I am buying a little bit more than what I need. Some things don't require a lot of 10, but I'm still buying a lot of 10. So in the end we probably could continue buying until we have enough to make 2 or 3 or however the multiples work. That's fine. We'll go to the jewelers and we'll create our ring. And here we have it. And so what I'll do is I'll check the stats against what the max stats are to get an idea of how good or bad the ring is. You could mage it. I am not a level 100 mage yet, so I cannot do that. But I have the item, and as you can see, I have some leftover items that I had to buy. So the starting karmas was 18.6 million karmas. We finished with 18.5, so our cost was 130,000 karmas. Sale price, I put it up for sale for 169, so assuming it does sell for that, we will make a gain of about 39,000 karmas, or about 29.87% before fees on our original investment of 130,000. And that's, like I said, it does not include the amount that we have left over of these items. So if we had to buy another lot of 10, we technically wouldn't have to buy 10 because we'll have some more to finish off the next lot of item, if that sort of makes sense. So if it needs 7, we've bought 10. We have to buy it a certain amount of times, and we'll have 7 left over in the end, where we will be able to make an item for technically free, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and yeah, see you next time.